to kick it off and get this game going. On the run from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. So the Washington Huskies offense will have the first possession of the game. Guys, every now and then you can take the emotion of rivalries for granted, but last year when the Huskies and Cougars got together, that was as dramatic as anything you could think of. A cathartic win for the Cougs, who sent UW off with an L.
This is a tremendous rivalry, the Apple Cup, and it looks a little bit different now that they're no longer conference opponents, but that doesn't mean they don't like each other any less, David. These two teams go at it. The fan bases dislike each other enormously, and we're expecting a great one today.
Well, and you always love it with the bragging rights, right, in the state of Washington.
He's loose. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Tackle is made at the 30-yard line after he picked up 4. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Williams looking for a man. Tight end finds a soft spot. And that is a nifty bit of navigation to get through that traffic and get the first down. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Here's a heat. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he did what he was coached to do, and he threw it away, but you can see he's frustrated with himself. He knows he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, and I think he's wishing he had that play back, as he might have been able to take off and scramble, and who knows what could have happened for the offense.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Husky. Made the grab in the end zone for the score. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So the Washington State Cougars offense has its first opportunity of the day. The matchup we'll be watching in this one really takes you back. Big-time running back going right into the face of a tackling machine at linebacker, David.
Yeah, and we're going to see this individual battle a lot. Not just in pass coverage when they match up, but just meeting in holes. And who's going to win when they go head-to-head? That will be a big factor in who wins this football game. But, Jesse, one-on-one, this is going to be a show.
This is going to be an incredible matchup that's going to go on until there's zeros up on the clock. Both of you...
Open spaces. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with the big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
And one of the things I love about this running back is his versatility. He's not just good running the football, but he can catch it as well, and he can make things happen with the ball in his hands. Nice job by the quarterback, getting through the progression, getting it out to his guy, and he does the rest, and that generates a huge play.
Catch in the middle, it's Ellison.
For an offense, slant routes against man coverage are really a rhythm flow. You take your steps, you get the ball out, it's got to be in a good location. Quarterback and receiver on the same page there.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be lots of running room. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beater. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
Washington State ready to go with another first down. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The run to the left. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. On third and long, trying to convert through the air. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. The 50, the 40, the 20. Touchdown, Huskies. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
Nice job by the defense forcing the fumble. That took the perfect bounce right into the DB's hands. He shows you the speed and takes it back all the way for a touchdown. That was the definition of a fortuitous bounce.
They add the extra point to finish the drive. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it out. It's Westbrook. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. This drive will open from the 15. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They'll try the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Got his man downfield. He wasn't far from taking it to the house, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Washington has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. They've got a first down here to open the period. Wants to go up top on first down. Finds his tight end.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Looking to fire. Punts it out of the air. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Wazoo headed to the line with another first down. Going up top again. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. And the Cougars started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. From the red zone, looking for a space. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
Man, this defense is dominating all game long. They have been making this quarterback's life so difficult with their pass rush. They bring him down there for the sack. They're not giving anything up. They're leading this game by a lot. We're only in this unless this offense can find a rhythm.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. He's looking downfield to throw. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Quickly gets back on top of it and prevents a turnover. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. What a disappointment. No good. And after the miss, it's still a 14-point game. The give to the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Yeah, when you get penetration by that defense right away, and there's no way to cut at all for that back, he gets destroyed right away. No way that play was going to be successful. Way too much penetration.
Got out of trouble and throws. Quickly to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. It'll be third and long. Quarterback making adjustments. Williams will pass. Caught in the backfield, it's Coleman. He's pulled down right at the 42-yard line. Fourth down coming, and might they roll the dice from their own territory. Trying to get it to the marker. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down? Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Past the first down marker and still running. Oh, it's loose. And the ball will bounce out of bounds on the fumble. Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. Right back to the well. It's headed to the end zone. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Washington State.
Man, these ball carriers, they've got a lot of ability in the open field. Their ability to make people miss, but also show off the speed. You saw all of that on that play.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain... lost track of the play clock. The offense changing the play. Williams looking for a man. Going deep. So close to a huge gain there, but he makes the catch out of bounds. It's incomplete. After the misfire, now on second down. Leaves it with the back. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19. The Huskies need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads it left. A strike downfield. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. We reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Washington coming to the line with another first down. Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Washington. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. Wants to go up top. Pocket breaking down. And good coverage and better hands on that shot to the end zone. Couldn't find his man last time. That leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught in the backfield, it's Washington. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
Now, fourth down.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. He's got it, first down and more. He stopped quickly, but not before he has enough for the first down. New set of downs after the completion. Looking downfield on first down. He's going up top. Grabs it inside the tag. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Washington comes to the line with a 1st and goal. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They need 7 more yards to reach the end zone. It's 2nd and goal. Williams will pass. Looking to get it in. Give him 6. Touchdown, Washington.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
And let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time. So get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside the 20, chance for great field position. Maybe if he could have eluded just 1 or 2 more guys, it would have been a big return, but they'll mark it at the 30. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Wants to fire on second down. Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. Washington State sends the punt team onto the field. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Pulls it in at the 25. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Williams looking for a man. He lobs one high down the left side. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. These corners going to give these receivers some space. Looking to throw on first down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, in a rivalry filled with magical moments, even more here today between the Huskies and Cougars. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. A lot of intrigue with this second half still to come as we send things back to the Evergreen State.
Washington about to boot it deep to start things in the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Westbrook. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground to start the second half. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. They'll run play action. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
Well, this passing attack was on fire last week. Quarterback threw multiple TDs, but they got brought back down to earth very quick in the first half of this game. So here they are now early in the third quarter. They're trying to get some of that mojo back, taking a shot. I like the aggressiveness.
And how about this defense really answering the challenge so far today? This offense, you've seen like last week. I mean, they can throw for touchdowns and big yards and big chunk plays. Defense has answered the call, played the deep ball well, played discipline, making this offense really earn everything they get.
And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Looking for space, it's Coleman. There he goes! And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Washington! No step back at week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something big to happen on this next possession. You've got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Quickly complete. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. Got his man on the right. Across the 40 out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10.
That looks like a real simple play by the wide receiver, but give him a ton of credit. That was an excellent route. He never telegraphed that he was breaking to the...
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
What a great job using his speed to get to the quarterback. This linebacker would have started for those great Purple Rain defenses in the 80s under the legendary Washington Husky coach Don James. He would have loved to blitz this dude. So athletic from the linebacker position.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Cougars need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. There he goes to the right. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Cougars.
And how nice is it to have a playmaker like that I can get the ball out of my hands, right to him, and say, all right, dude, you got jets, you can fly, catch the slant, make some people miss, outrun some angles, and get all the way to the end zone.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, the bad blood between Oregon and Oregon State dates back to 18... at least on the football field, a top 5 rivalry, and it's gone final. Oregon delivered maybe its most thorough thumping in years in a game that featured a ton of big plays, not unlike the way Michael James, Kenyon Barner, and Jonathan Stewart used to do it.
Williams will pass.
Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. From the shotgun, the inside give. On the move at the 30. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front, paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
Trying to escape and get it himself. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. And the Huskies come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Looking left. And he can't complete the first pass. Let's see if he can get settled.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
So the offense will go for it around midfield. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Hauls it in easily enough for the first down. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains. This Washington offense moving quickly down the field. The give to the tailback. Plows through the defense. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
Nice play by the defense, but now is a time they've got to be more consistent. They allowed this running back to go off in that first half, and moving forward now, they've got to try and take this running back away.
Trying play action. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Washington sends out the punt team. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. That was a big stop by the defense. Now to see if they can take advantage and a little closer in this game as we're starting to get late. A continual subplot since these two first squared off in 1900 is Washington State trying to prove it deserves the same respect and status as UW.
And I think oftentimes the great rivalries out west are forgotten in college football. This game between Washington and Washington State is absolutely fantastic, and I'm so happy that with conference realignment, they were able to keep this game on the schedule because it is always fun to watch.
It is fun, and it's for the Apple Cup, and here's the cool thing. These teams, they're not the same conference anymore. They used to be for years, but this rivalry still lives because it still matters to the Washington and Washington State fans.
He lofts one down the sideline. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Washington State sends out the punt unit. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Leaves it with the back. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. Big catches, big plays, tons of yards through three quarters for these two guys. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Off the play fake. Lets it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Did everything he could to discard the tacklers, but he was just able to get back to where he started.
Those are the kind of plays in the second half you have to make. This back has had plenty of success. He's gotten a lot of touches. Now, defensively, we got to show him things are about to be different.
Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Wants to throw on first down. Forced out of the pocket. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
You can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Fires to the big fella. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. To the ground with the back. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Trying to impose their will on the ground as he stopped after a 5-yard pickup to the 33. The Huskies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Now the play fake. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Quickly out to the tight end. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Smart move to keep it on the ground. They'll give him 1 to the 28-yard line. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Gonna run it. It's Coleman. They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They run into a bit of trouble here, 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. Going to try to get it himself. He is pushed out of bounds at the 19-yard line. They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Fires to the wideout. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Well, there's no quitting this defense, I'll give them that. Obviously, they're trailing here late in the game. It seems like the opponent's going to win, but still, they've got guys out there playing the way they're coached to play, playing with outstanding effort, trying to make plays to claw their team back in the game.
Washington State going quickly.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want...
Turning it on! And he picked up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the field.
And the defense, they've got him at the 27. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Oh, they're after him. They'll run the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Wide open downfield. There he goes. Turning on the jet. Touchdown, Wazoo! You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby.
Well, the offense did their part. You're just trying to apply some pressure on the opponent, right? Yeah, you're down right now, but if you can find a way to get the ball back with some time on the clock, they're within striking distance still to win this game.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
The Big 12 has become must-see TV, and fellas, today's clash is no different. Arizona looks like 5 miles of bad road today. Offensively, the wheels have come off. Defensively, it's been one pothole after another.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Wouldn't be surprised to see them go right back to the run on 2nd down and maybe put this thing away. Rides to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And the Huskies come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll give it to the back. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
Yeah, and I think on that 3rd down and short call, I honestly think that they thought it was going to be a 4th down situation. Now it's 4th and 2. I think this offense was ready for this opportunity, and I think they're going to go for it right here.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Grab near the sticks. It's Boston.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Backed up now, here's second and long. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
And that's exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football continue to run the football and also give up the football.
A shot toward the end zone. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. The Huskies had that dog in them in this one, taking down the Cougs for the Apple Cup and the Governor's Trophy. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.